Hi everyone, this is Jessica Daly from the PBIS Apps training team. I wanted to take a few minutes to orient you to the new and improved Swift at SWIS materials. By now, you've probably downloaded the zip file of Swift at SWIS materials from the website and extracted the files and hopefully saved them somewhere familiar on your computer. I like to save them on my desktop for easy access. The folder contains 3 resources for you: the Swift at SWIS Facilitator slide deck, the Swift at SWIS activity packet, and this handy video to walk you through the materials. First, I'm going to show you some key features of the Swift at SWIS slide deck to be aware of. I'll just open up my PowerPoint here. Personally, I like to show the PowerPoint in the grid format, which I can do by clicking this button down here. It allows me to see the slide sequence and overall big picture of the presentation. You can zoom in or zoom out to see more or fewer slides on the screen. One of the first things to note is there are 172 slides in this slide deck, but don't freak out. We don't expect all of those slides to be presented or shared with the users in your training. I'll explain more as we go along. We've created several sections within the slide deck, which you can see here. The first section is the default section. The next one is the SWIS intro section. The next one is database decision-making, identified by the acronym DBDM, and so on. These sections follow the outline identified here on the second slide. We've also added a handy cheat sheet on the third slide, so you now can match up the user types with the specific content areas or sections. Within this cheat sheet, you'll see the section names, but also some subsections listed to help you identify what specific information that user should get trained on. Most, if not all, of the slides should look familiar to you as they were covered in your SWIS Facilitator training. If you have questions about any of the content or slides, don't hesitate to reach out to our training team here at PBS App. Let's go over a few additional features you should note. Some slides are hidden, and you can tell that because they look lighter and the slide number is crossed out. These are hidden because the information may or may not be applicable to your audience. We wanted you to have the slide, but have the ability to hide or unhide them based on your needs. So in order to unhide a hidden slide, you can highlight the slide, then right-click and click on Hide Slide at the bottom of the drop-down menu. There are several slides throughout that prompt you to complete a navigation demonstration or will set you up for an activity. On these slides, the account you're to use for the demonstration or activity is indicated. For example, here on slide 18, you can see the demo account is indicated for this demonstration. On slide 65, you can see the facilitator training account is indicated. Also, to support you in providing the correct information to users about the application, we've incorporated the video tutorials from our website. So for example, in the account setup section on slide 70, we've taken a screenshot of the Settings in SWIS video tutorial. We've included the direct link below the screenshot, but the screenshot is also hyperlinked, meaning if you're in presentation mode, you can click on the screenshot and it should take you directly to the video. Finally, you'll have your users completing activities as you go along. We'll talk about the activity packet next, but you have prompts and screenshots within the slide deck to guide you. Feel free to add slides that incorporate local examples or modify the slides to fit your needs. Next, let's talk about the supplemental activity packet. I'll open it up here. It's a PDF file, so should be accessible as long as you have access to Adobe or a PDF reader. Let me make it a bit smaller so you can see it all on one screen. The intended use of this activity packet is that you'll have it printed out for each one of your Swift at SWIS training participants. This packet will be their resource and guide to follow along with as they move along through the Swift at SWIS training. I'm going to scroll down and give you a quick overview of what you will see in this packet. You'll see that there are pages that have the matching slides from the PowerPoint as well as lines from notes. Embedded within the packet are some discussion prompts, like here on page 17. These prompts are also in the slide deck, but this gives participants a chance to jot down notes and ideas they have as they're discussing the content with their team. If I scroll down to page 31, you'll see an activity prompt, which provides a structured activity for you to engage in with your users during training. It should look somewhat familiar to you as it follows the same format as our certification activities you completed during the SWIS Facilitator training. If I keep scrolling to page 38, there's a data entry practice activity. Note it references referral examples here. The subsequent pages have the example referrals for data entry practice, so you don't have to make any of them up. Here on page 56, we have a drill down worksheet started, so you can have users practice using the drill down tool. Note that you can also download and print blank versions of this worksheet if you want more for your schools. On page 59, there's a SWIS summary example that you can reference for your teams. Often schools want to see an example of what a summary will look like, so we've included one here. Finally, at the end, we've included an evaluation for your users to give feedback to you. Well, that's it for our walkthrough of the Swift at SWIS materials. We hope that you find them useful. Please let us know what you think or give us feedback so we can improve upon them. Best of luck in conducting your Swift at SWIS trainings.